the rest of this is how I made that image. And that is interesting, and in case, that's why all these extra credit points are, so you can make your own Android image. So the first thing you need is you need an Android emulator for what we're doing here. Now, you could use a real Android phone if you have one, and that's an option, but I don't expect students to have one. So the first thing is to use an Android Studio emulator. There are a lot of emulators. Android Studio is by far the best. It used to be miserable. It's gotten much better, and the competitors have gotten worse. There are a bunch of emulators designed for Windows users to play games, and they've gotten really sort of nasty and unreliable, and they don't. Anyway, this Android Studio is wonderful. It works on every operating system. So you can use it on Windows and Mac, and I think also on Linux. So it's very nice. This is the free Google product that you use to develop Android apps. And you can also generate emulated phones, and those emulated phones have all the features you need, including the Google Play Store now, so you can download real apps and put them on the emulated phones and use them and analyze them, which is what I've been doing for years. I've done hundreds of Android security audits with these tools, although I had simpler tools. So install this thing, choose a basic project, and then you create an emulated device. Over on the right, there's a Device Manager tab. When you first install the app, it's all shrunk down like this, and you have to expand it in from the side. And in Device Manager, you can now create a device. And you have a lot of choices. Now, there's different kinds of phones. This marks ones that have the Google Play Store on them. That's the most important thing to notice. If you want the Play Store, you want to choose one of these, and then you will not be root on the phone, but you will have access to the Play Store so you can install apps the way normal users do. If you want to be root on the phone, install one of the others, and then you will be root. Now, being root on the phone is a violation of Google's security requirements. So if you sell a device that is rooted, you can't put the Play Store on it because they won't let you. Now, there are two ways to get around that. One, because if you want to do an audit of an Android security of an app, you want to have root access and be running the app. So you have to break the rules one way or the other. There's two ways to break the rules. One is to get one of these and root it with an exploit. The other is to get one of these and put on a hacked version of Google Play. They both lead to about the same place. All right. Anyway, so here I'm going to make a normal device, and so the one I want is Pixel 3a. All right. Pixel 3a, all right, this one, all right, and that means this has Google Play. Then next, all right, now when you go next, you can choose which exact version of Android to use. Now, Android comes with large version numbers and also with these API levels, which are sort of subversion numbers. And it turns out that I use the recommended Android 11 here on my on Windows machines, but on Intel Macs. On a Mac M1, you have to use the API 31 for some reason. They don't all work. That's why nothing is ever perfect. So this is a Mac M1, so I'm going to use API 31. I tried them, and that's the one that works. Now here, if it's the first time you've used it, you'll have to wait while it downloads it. It has to download the image from Google of that phone, and then you can create the device. Now here, I'm following a blog that says you should give it more memory. I don't really know if this is necessary, but it's harmless. So you go to Advanced Settings, and you'll find 2048 storage. You can change that to 4096. I think all that means is we can fit more apps on the phone. I'm not sure it's necessary. Yeah?
You're doing Android 12.
I am, because I have to on the M1. I can't do Android 11 on the M1. It didn't work. At least when I wrote this project about a year ago, it didn't work. That's right. And by the way, whatever we're doing here, it doesn't really matter what version you have. Any fairly modern version will be fine. So there it goes. And notice when it's brand new, it's only 513 megs, but it will be 12 gigs after we really start it. So that's sort of strange. I don't know what that's about, but now we can run it. So we run it right here with the run button. There. And there it is, starting AV, which I guess is Android Virtual Device, and there it is coming up. All right. And the emulator process has terminated. Yeah, I see a lot of nonsense like that. Wait, I think it's lying. Let's see. If I press enter or something. Well, I don't know if it's doing anything or not. Let's try pressing the power button and see if something happens. Push the power button again. All right, I don't know what happened here. I'm thinking it crashed. I'm going to close Android. Oh, that's interesting. Saving state. Looks like it was going but asleep or something. I'll just try starting it again. Oh, there, cold boot. Different emulator features. Okay, here it comes. All right. I don't know why it gave me some grief there, but it appears to be running now. All right, and here it is even launching Google Play. Okay, good. So there's my Android phone. You'll find your apps down here. If you drag this up, you see all your apps. And here you can see the open apps. Here's Google Play, for example. You have to log in if you want to. And this is the square button, shows you your apps individually, and you can close them this way. All right, so now I have a phone. I go to my project. I think all you have to do for this project is get your phone going. All right, then I said install Qt, the terminal emulator. Once you have Google Play, go install Qt. That lets you execute command line commands, and then you can execute uname -a to see what version of Linux you have and find a flag. So that's all you do with this project, is just get your emulator running. And you might have a few little hiccups like I had there, but in general, the Android Studio emulator works very well. So let me stop this recording.